Tam Talks explores life, spirituality, and general weirdness through quirky storytelling and laughter, lighting you up in your life journey. Let's go! All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Tam Talks. So, I am going to do another funny story of, I swear I have the most random experiences, but I love it because I feel that that's who I am. I'm here to have these funny experiences and then to pass them on and maybe let other people laugh at them. So, okay, this one wasn't really random because it was planned, but not planned. So, okay, I went on a retreat to Bali in 2020. There's my thing from it. I think it was 2024. And it was just with a random retreat group, people I didn't know. And it was fantastic. But so included in this retreat, you had, of course, all of the things where you go and do the excursions and your accommodations, your transfers, all of that, your food, most of the food. And we got a little loot bag. It was so cool. So anyways, in addition, we got a traditional Balinese massage. So I didn't even Google it, didn't care. I was like, I'm going to be on this beautiful retreat. I'm excited. It's going to be a massage. Who doesn't like a massage? So anyways, so I was there. I think I got there a day early, and I booked my massage pretty quickly. I don't know if it was the first full day. I think it was the first full day that I was there, which the rest, the actual retreat didn't start until that night. So I'm pretty sure that's how it was, unless it was the next day. No, yeah, it was, because then the next day we had an excursion. So anyways, so I book it for whatever time. And the place where we stayed, it was in the mountains. It was beautiful. And the whole hotel, resort, whatever you want to call it, was built on the hill. So each individual building had, I can't remember if it only had 2 units, the upper and lower, or if there were 4. I think it was only 2. And then, so they worked their way down this hill. It wasn't a big property at all. So say there were 4 buildings down this hill and then a couple kind of at the back. And then there were some more buildings on another part of the property by where the yoga shala was, which was, you kind of walked along this path that passed the rice fields. And yeah, we had there were rice fields. It was beautiful. There was this, I believe, so we could hear monks chanting. I think it was 3 times a day. So in the morning and before bed. And I'm pretty sure there was a midday one, but we weren't often there. So, which was incredible. I took video, I took audio just sitting out on my balcony listening, because I'm thinking you're hearing birds and then you're hearing monks chanting. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I digress. This is back to my funny story. So I booked the appointment for the massage. So they tell me, okay, you have to go down. So the little stepping stones of buildings, probably I think the second or third building down, that was say that layer is where the pool was, which again, not a huge pool, but big enough. It was beautiful. And then you go down more steps with each of these buildings lining it. And then, like I said, there was that pathway that led over to the shala. Well, at the base of that path, where that pathway then leads out. So that's kind of at the base of where all the buildings are. There's this little hut, I want to call it. And I bet you I probably have a picture of it. Maybe I'm going to find the picture and I'll put it as the image for the podcast. So it's, I want to say a little building, but I use that term loosely because there was fabric for walls. So this was a beautiful space where we were staying. The buildings were solid. But at the bottom where they do the massages, it was almost like a hut. And there were kind of like 2 rooms, but the first room was like open. So it would only have 3 walls, and that's where you greet. And then you go into the part where you've got 4 walls or those sheets hanging, blankets, whatever, fabric. So I go in there, and the funny thing is usually, like I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I'm pretty good just from traveling to Spanish speaking countries in my younger years. So whenever I travel to, say, Central America or in previous times, the Caribbean, I can get by with language, right? Like I can communicate between English and Spanish. But in Bali, I did some research ahead of time so I would know like the basic phrases, but by no means would I be anywhere near conversational. So I go down for this massage, and the girl was so sweet, not a stitch of English, not a stitch. So I'm there and I'm just like, I'm here for my massage. And she's just like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, anyways, she somehow communicates that I have to take my clothing off, right? And I'm like, okay. And she's just standing there watching me. And in Canada, like, the massage therapists were such prudes. Leaves the room, and then like there's all of the draping, right? Like you've got the sheets and the blankets, and there's sometimes like a warming pillow before, and so then you've got your time to climb in and like, because your boobs are hanging out, and so nobody sees that. And then like the massage therapist here, knock, are you ready? Hello. And it's like, yes, come in. And then so your boobs are face down, nobody, like they just see your back. And then when it's time to flip, our massage therapists are like, okay, and they hold the blanket and turn their head, like there's no way they're going to see any skin that they're not supposed to. So fresh in this country, very much a Canadian prude, and very pale. And so she's like, okay. And she was like, I don't know what she said or if she motioned it or just, but basically she was like, everything off. I'm like, what? And I think it was right down to my underwear, but I know for sure. So it was like, take your bra off too, which again is normal here, but and I'm like, now? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, oh my God. So here's the other kicker. There's no top sheet on the massage table, and it's about 1,000,000 degrees out. So I'm in this hut with these airy walls. Okay, it gets funnier because remember I mentioned that there's rice fields, right? So I'm looking around the room. So not only do I have her standing there watching and just waiting, I look around and the sheets are billowing. And so the corner where the sheets meet aren't tied. So it's opening. I can see the workers in the rice fields. And I'm like, if I can see them, they can see me. And I'm here going, I'm about to get naked in the middle of Bali with a woman in the room and random workers. So I'm like, all right. So I try to like step out of view of the workers. At least at this time, I'm like, okay, well, at least she's a woman, so she has what I have. So fine, I've given birth. Like people have walked in. So, but I'm like, those people in the fields, I don't know if they're ready for all this. So anyways, I come back in, like out of view, and I like tried to just take off my like shorts and tank top and I have my bra on, and she's just like, whatever she did. So I'm like, okay. And she's telling me, like, I'm gonna lay face up to start. So here I am in my Canadian, whatever it is, vanilla I'm like, okay. So I'm boobs out and like climb on this massage table. It's hot as hell. The billowing, I can see the workers, and I'm supposed to relax. I get this in Polynesian massage. So, anyways, so then it gets even better because if you look it up, it's like between my cleavage, my stomach, all sorts of things that I really should have Googled so I would have been prepared. Oh my gosh. So as this is happening, I'm like, whatever, but it was so relaxing. Like I can't even tell you, every piece of it, it was hard you couldn't not relax. Like as funny as it was, as much of a culture shock as it was, and the fact that I was laying with my boobs out, it was so relaxing. Like my stomach being massaged, my legs, like it was nuts. So it was beautiful. It was incredible. Um, yeah, I gave her a big tip because it was also like very affordable there. And we know this because when I stayed, I extended after the retreat, one of the ladies, Deb, who we were in the group together, we booked and stayed an extra 3 days in like kind of the beach area, like a totally different part of Bali in the south. And at like it was more like commercialized. It was more, whatever. But it was beautiful and it was a nice hotel. It was just really big and it was like a high rise and it was very different from what we had been experiencing. So they had their own spa, which was like beautiful, la-di-da. But by then, so we had been there for a week or whatever more, I don't know how long. And so then we looked up and we were like, even when we checked in, I think I booked through Expedia or something, and we had coupons for, I think it was like 2-for-1 or half price massages, which, like I said, they were already dirt cheap. So we booked one there because we're like, they're amazing. They're amazing. We kept saying we got to find somewhere back home where they actually do these massages. So by that week, you don't even care. I was just like, sure, here's my boobs. And actually we went to another part on one of the day excursions. We took a boat. It was still on the mainland, but we took a boat because it's fun. We saw dolphins. It was amazing. But to this other part of the island, and it was this very secluded beach. It was lovely. And there was like a couple of like huts, and there were with food and clothing to go shopping. And so we're all just there settling in. And then there's these women who wander over and they're like, do you want a massage? And the one girl was like right on it in our group. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, I feel like like ethic. I don't know. I feel weird. Is it weird? I don't want to feel like they're, doing something to, I don't know, just felt very white privilege. So anyways, but these women, I guess, as we were talking, they had a little more English language. So we were like chit-chatting with them all throughout the day. And then eventually they were like, come on, it was like your legs. It was just your legs. And I was like, okay. So and of course we gave like nice tips and all of that. And so I had 3 massages while there. But the point of this is always do your research or not, because you could be pleasantly surprised and come out of your prude shell. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that story. I loved it. It was so fun. And yeah. All right. See you next time. Peace out. Thanks for hanging out and listening to my wild and wacky Tam Talks. Follow Tam Talks to be notified of new episodes. Peace out.